Well, when you fill out medical forms in your doctor's office, you probably assume that your information is kept secure and private. But as Local 12's Paula Toti discovered, that is not always the case.
Started out with a denial for a Walmart card, and we were kind of shocked because our credit score is very good.
Sharon Conrad and her husband quickly learned they were victims of identity theft.
We didn't know where it started from or what had happened.
They reported it to police, changed all of their passwords, and closed credit card accounts. A year later, postal inspectors told them they were victims in an elaborate scheme with more than 200 victims.
The common denominator was our suspect's address on all of the complaints.
Inspectors determined the address belonged to a woman named Alexis Young. At the same time, they learned several victims used a similar medical facility.
We talked to the office manager. We noticed one of their employees pretty much staring us down at food there, and we just so happened to ask the office manager her name, and her name was Angela Young.
Inspectors determined the sisters were stealing patients' information. In all, the ID theft ring cost victims more than $70,000.
When we went to court, I felt so bad hearing some of the people's stories and how they really did lose a lot of money, you know. It's heartbreaking to think that people can do that to someone.
Sharon says the single most important lesson for all consumers: safeguard your personal information, even at a doctor's office.
The receptionist is like, "I need your social security number." And I go, "You're not getting it." "Well, I have to have it." "You're not getting it."
The Conrads also contacted the Federal Trade Commission, where they learned what steps they needed to take to repair their credit. Here's the takeaway for you. Sometimes you do have to give your social. The company which provides your health care insurance is allowed by law to ask for your social security number. In fact, insurers must provide that information to the government to help prevent fraud. If you're on Medicaid or Medicare, your social security number is how you are identified, even in the doctor's office, so you have no choice but to give the number. But if you are not on Medicare or Medicaid, you are under no legal obligation to give your social to healthcare providers, basically dentists, doctors, and hospitals. I asked one of my providers if they'd refuse me service without the number, and they said no. They said they would only force me to give my number if they were looking to contact my insurance company, and for some reason my insurance member ID was not available. The Ohio Department of Insurance told me it does not require healthcare providers to collect this information. Paula Toti, Local 12 News.